Hello, I'm back. Ugh. Ugh. Fucking always sucks having our computer crashed. Ugh. Okay, so my snack I got is pistachios. It's like salt and vinegar pistachios. They're actually not very good, which is surprising because both of those things are incredible usually. But the pistachios in particular seem to be weirdly bitter. And I just got, you know how like when you eat pistachios, there's like a 1 in 100 chance that you hit a pistachio that tastes like you like bit directly into a battery? Well, I just got one of those. OMG, hey, oh. Chin scratchies. So yeah, I'd like to talk about some of the weird shit that's been going on. Some of the weird shit we've been sorting through. Went down and cuddle 8-bit and pat the back of her head. You're such a good girl. They're very wholesome. Although people who are not into pet play would probably say it is really weird. It's like one of those things you realize as soon as you start seriously thinking about it or like looking it up or anything like that, is that pet play is like two things. It's like one of two things. It's either extraordinarily ridiculously cute and wholesome, or it's the most degenerate shit that's ever existed. Oftentimes it's both. There's just something about tearing apart a small adorable creature that gets the blood pumping, you know? Yeah, these pistachios, like they're a good brand. Like basically all their pistachios are tasty. This is the only type we've ever gotten that just doesn't taste very good. Sounds like you're gonna hunt me. Hmm? Maybe. I mean, that's part of what I like. It's more just I have this constant feeling like I want small adorable creatures in my teeth. It's not really a hunting thing, it's more like a chew toy thing. The hunting thing is more like when I lose control. I get a lot more vicious about it. Works really well with Raz. Considering she is like the biggest masochist who's ever lived. Maybe not the biggest, she still doesn't like certain things. Like obviously we're not really into shitting on each other. That's not her masochism doesn't extend to that sort of degradation. Ooh 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 ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. They're so cute. Stuttering and stumbling over your words. Yeah, I like that idea. It's funny how often that's the case. The small adorable animal wants to be torn to pieces. I don't know how to express what I'm feeling in text. Well, you're doing it pretty good, and it's very cute. And I'm gonna keep making fun of you. Destroy me. I'll leave that to Mari. I don't know, maybe once. Which reminds me of a song I adore. Feel free to post it here or in the server. Okay, pistachio's done. Okay, so on to the weird stuff. Let me get these nuts out of my mouth real quick. Post it like 5 times in the server, but I'll throw up a fresh link. You throw it up. Okay, so the music's pretty loud, isn't it? Alright, so, I don't know if we talked about this on stream. It's kind of a weird thing, but since she was born, Raph has had a second self. She's been like a dual self person, which has been unique between all of us. I almost said Among Us. I just didn't want to say Among Us right there. Sure, you all understand the connection from title alone. In my mouth. Well, considering what we were talking about, I'm assuming it's not just lewd. It'd be more cannibalistic. Okay, so Raph has had like 2 selves, which is kind of hard to wrap your brain around, or at least it's hard for us to it was hard for us to wrap our brain around. Syntax. And she's always felt like this as well. And she's always felt like she had a mommy-ish side and a little girlish side. And recently, as in over the past couple months, she sort of got in touch with that nature, her dual self to nature. And has been learning more about herself and how she operates. And then something weird happened with me. It's hard to parse this. Okay, so I discovered that I also am like that. My other self, it's weird to say because like we aren't 2 selves now because we recombined, but we are also separate. There's like periods where we talk to each other. Basically, assume that like the dominant self right now in most times is the more enthusiastic, ambitious, driven one, and the other one is the more mellow, softer, more romantic one. Anyways, that one, that they were in control for like several months, and we didn't realize she didn't feel like we used to feel, and she didn't know why. She couldn't do a lot of the stuff that we'd gotten, like we'd associate us with. So it felt like she was a different person, and in a sense she was, because the other self was in control for most of that. But the other self got let's call them like sun and moon. I like that analogy. the moon self being the soft romantic, and then the sun one being the intense, driven, sexual. So the sun self got suppressed by our circumstances. We weren't able to do things directly because of the lack of energy. And then the moon self took over without realizing, and didn't know why they didn't feel anything like we felt before. And it was a lot of struggle for a long time, because we were having a lot of difficulty connecting with anyone, and the energy made us feel like we were incapable of doing shit. And I did some brain work. Like, she realized that her like inner voice was actually a separate self. It wasn't like just her talking to herself. It was her talking to another herself, which it's a very fucking confusing and convoluted. In any case, we did some brain work and ended up spontaneously recombining. We were kind of terrified of doing it at first, but felt like it was the right thing to do. And then we recombined and realized, oh shit, we are back to normal. Like, we're back to how we were early on. And our running theory is that the last 6 months or so has been traumatic, essentially, and it caused a schism in our psyche. We started thinking about, I'm back to how I was, like straight up, fully back to how I was, and we can still communicate with each other. It was weird. It's like everything felt more fleshed out all of a sudden. We weren't able to maintain like relationship stuff because it was either like raw, intense sexuality that burnt out really quickly, or romantic stuff that just didn't have any energy to do anything else. So it was like trying, like, lots of cuddling, but when they couldn't, they'd feel really lonely. Did I read the title? Woof. What, do you want to be called a dog or treated like a dog too? So I'm back to how I was, which is great because I really like how I was. And it's been a real fucking struggle not feeling like that for so long. I'm a viewer? Yeah, but answer the question, Neb. Do you want me to treat you like a dog? Well, I'm not treating Noel like a dog. It doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be all viewers, by the way. It could just be specific ones. Whatever, nothing new, sure. What do you mean, sure? Whatever, nothing new. None of us has treated you like a dog. We've treated you like a fucking idiot. You still aren't answering the question. Considering how evasive you're being, I assume that you do, but you're embarrassed about it. Wouldn't particularly matter anyway, because I'm bigger, have a larger stride length, and are way more fit. What are you talking about? Nah, woof woof. Okay, so you do want to be treated like a dog. Well, pat pat pat. Good boy? Good boy? I don't know. Are you gonna also turn into a girl? Is our aura of uh feminization going to affect you too? Or maybe it's already affected you. Ugh. Inhaled a chunk of pistachio. I'm fine like this. Anyways, I should treat my dogs better. I'm still both for now. I mean, I'm girl-like in this moment, but you get the point. Yeah, I mean, we're wondering how far you're gonna go in the girl direction. And I'm afraid that we're probably gonna reinforce it, because like, we just prefer girls in general. Like, Mori's probably gonna call you a good girl almost every time. I am too. Unless you specifically say you want to be called a good boy. Oh yeah, so the dual-natured thing turns out we're pretty sure that it was a trauma thing. So now I'm doing a hell of a lot better, so much better. And also, despite Raph being like that for her entire life, we started to get the idea that she might have fractured. And she thought about it, or I guess both of them thought about it a lot, and realized they wanted to try recombining, and they did. And also immediately realized it was the right thing to do. And the thing is, like, they've been like that their entire life, but also it makes sense why they would have, because their inception was traumatic. Like, they appeared on our worst trip, on the like really bad mushroom trip that fucked up Raz or old Raz and Eris for a while. And we already knew that it was like traumatic for her, because there was this deep sense of rejection from the get-go. Because like initially we didn't know she was like a new person in her head. She just appeared mid-trip and like started trying to contact us, essentially. Like, we felt her emotions and stuff, and we were like, it just felt like we thought it was just the fucking mushrooms doing weird shit. I mean, it certainly was, but we thought it was just like a temporary thing that we should ignore, essentially. And she ended up feeling this deep sense of rejection that she didn't really know why for quite a while. Anyways, they recombined yesterday. And it was really intensely horny. They fucked the hell out of each other. They fucked the hell out of themselves. It's hard to parse these things when everything is so mushy in the brain stuff, you know? Well, I like mushrooms, but I don't think my risotto would make my mind shatter. Yeah, I mean, if you made it with albino penis envy, then it certainly would. That is the strain of mushroom we ate. And it looks like dicks. They just look like dicks. They're also intense. so fucking visual. Holy shit, everything looked like it was running watercolor paint. Boy mode is for getting shit done. Girl mode is for chilling and chatting. And being treated like an adorable small creature. 8-bit, you're saying good boys do work and good girls do play. Bleh mushrooms, hate the texture, hate the taste, hate the look of on a plate, just bleh all the way down. Have you tried like just store-bought mushrooms? Because they have a lot of different flavors, although the textures are always going to be a little bit weird. We went from not liking mushrooms to really liking mushrooms, like just by getting some at the farmer's market. So fucking flavorful, so good to put in a whole bunch of stuff. It's overlap in me, but that's how I use my gender identity. Fair enough. It's ultimately two parts of yourself, so it's if that's how you feel about it, there's no reason not to go into that. Damn, I love dicks. I was thinking if you said albino penis, but I think you might have said it. Yeah, I did. It's the strain of mushrooms we had was albino penis envy. I like mushrooms, but I would rather die than eat a canned one. Canned mushrooms are shit. Chilling and chatting is part of being treated like a little cute, adorable little doggy girl that wants headpats and cuddles and I'm a hug my shirt. You're so overloaded, aren't you? You're so fucking cute. Pet, 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 pet. Face rub. Canned mushrooms taste like concentrated swamp. Yeah, I get that. It tastes very like dirty sockish, doesn't it? Whispered 8-bits here, so my good girl loves dicks. Doesn't everyone here, except for you, who doesn't love anything sexual? I don't think there's a person here who doesn't love dicks. Maybe new people, but we attract people who love dicks, who love femboys, who are femboys or trans, or have the potential to become those things. I guess we just put off a vibe, because it seems like the only people who come here are the people who are prone to that. Oh, there's the dog, fucking barking again. What's Trainwreck's quote? Something about dicks being beautiful? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm a long way from the potentially started with. And a short time, too. Follow age. Is that not working? Excuse me? Isn't that just a normal... Hold on, let me check if the bot's on. I thought that was just a function of Twitch, but, you know, Twitch doesn't have any functionality. It hasn't changed in years, so maybe not. Oh, the bot isn't on. But now it is. Does that mean the Discord notification is gonna work now? Hey, it does! Haha, yes! So I don't have to reconfigure it. What does it do if I do follow age? Has been following for not applicable. Alright, fair enough. Not gay, but I can appreciate a nice, beautiful dick. Okay. You say a nice, beautiful dick. You're the big gay. And the guy also talks about being used by an 8-foot-tall werewolf, but he's not gay. I don't believe you. Four years, 14 days. God damn. 3 years, 11 months. Fucking A. I guess we haven't streamed much in the past couple years. Or past few years. That's gonna change, though. I'm pretty sure that'll change. We don't have, like, we just aren't crashing anymore. Our crashes are just turning into, we need a rest. We need to sleep. That's it. It's like, we go to sleep and then we wake up and we feel good again. It's crazy, isn't that? That's how it's supposed to normally be. You mean barely under 3 years? It feels like centuries. Yeah, for us, the last 3 years has been like more psychologically eventful than Eris's entire life times 2. You're one of the people left in this community which haven't been trained yet. You're next on the list. I had a different loot streamer before I started at McDonald's, which was around 3 years ago. Oh. And then you abandoned them for us. For Ez. 3 years, 7 months. God damn. I guess that was really all I wanted to talk about. I don't know when I'll end the stream, but let's say I'll go for another half an hour. Dropped off the face of the internet, then reappeared and got a little creepy with me, and then I ignored them till they fucked off. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm glad that whenever we, like, flirt with people, it's not taken as creepy. At least not that we've been informed in any way. That's to the Discord. Okay. Alright, let me just... Yeah, fuck it, let me just watch this.
Just because I had a dream of being pounded in the ass and I was aroused when I woke up doesn't make me gay. It was fucking hot, okay? A big ass 6'5" werewolf looking guy with huge muscles bear hugged me and I was just face against the glass and I woke up aroused. That doesn't make me gay. I don't think it's gay to wake up aroused. I think
that is
it was hot.
That is
hot.
100% without a doubt a fucking repressed psychological dream right there. That is this dude has a more flexible sexuality than he's giving himself credit for. I do not believe that having a dream like that does not mean you have something inside you that wants that. Dreams are your brain's way of communicating with you. It can't communicate in English generally. Ours can because we've talked to it enough. It communicates through things like that. Probably wouldn't take it as creepy now, mind you, but I did back then. As in, like, her stuff or our stuff? Here, let me switch the soundtrack to Ghostmaster. I don't remember what that sounds like. I think it's really goofy. Let me just look that up. There, Steph, got it. Straightest thing I've ever heard, honestly. I don't know if I'm down for this particular music right now. It's a little bit too whimsical. Not that I don't like whimsy, just I feel like it's one of those things that needs to be over something happening, you know? Alien hominid, maybe? I don't remember what that sounds like. Collarbones clipping. Oh yeah, Terra's we're kind of wondering how Tara's gonna handle her model making, because like she has a in her brain she has a in our brain she has a pretty monstrous form, and you can't really do much monstrous with Vroid. I don't think any of the people in your head have ever creeped me out, honestly. Y'all are either too caring to trigger that in me, or Mori, who I don't care what they do to me, I'm just kind of down. She kind of gets off on the creepy stuff, too. This has been nice. It's been really nice. We've been hesitating on streaming again because we just don't want to get our hopes up, only to be like, we can't fucking do it all that much still. But at least from last stream, we didn't have any issues at all afterwards, and this one, I mean, I haven't had any issues. Like, we haven't had issues continuing. Like, I'm feeling a little bit tired now, but something tells me I'm gonna be fine tomorrow, which is something that I couldn't have said a few weeks ago. I can't find the clip about nice cocks and how they're real pretty. Been thinking about models recently. I kind of want 2 variants, one for each of my genders, which I can switch between. That sounds pretty cool. Or to the evilness of vaginas. Let's switch the music again. Go away, ad. Not interested. I guess I am feeling a little bit fatigued, but it's not like it was before, for damn sure. I've also been thinking about my design in general and how I should probably go to like a talented artist and get them to improve that shit for me, but I'm scared of artists. I don't know what to say to that. You just kind of gotta do it. If you want it done, you gotta do it. Like, most artists are pretty chill. Oh, fuck off, ad. Why are you advertising YouTube on YouTube? I'm already here. I'm not gonna pay for your subscription service, YouTube. Okay, I think I caught a cold. Oof. Oh, actually, one thing is, Raz is almost certainly gonna have an acid trip this weekend. It may be a 2-tap trip. She's been wanting to do one for quite a long time now, but we use it as a tool to, like, help with our psychological development and help us work through difficult things. So she's just not had an opportunity to have a fun trip. So now she's finally gonna have a fun trip. Have you tried dropping acid? Have you tried picking it up? Yeah, I pick it up specifically to drop it. Like it's hot. Anyways, yeah, she really, really gets off on the idea of me drugging her and just like forcing her to go through the entire thing on her own, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Second birthday stream? No, just a continuation of the first. She's gonna ask me shit about how I want it to be, and I'm just gonna be like, I have never thought about that aspect of my design once ever. I have no idea what I want. Please just read my mind. I'm hopelessly useless in expressing my artistic desires. It's understandable, I guess. I don't know how to advise you on that one. Happy birth. Thank you. We are the lewd number now. We're 34. The real question, why isn't the birthday stream in the birthday suit? You don't know that. I am currently naked. You may not see it on my model, but I am. In fact, it's rare that we stream not naked. 34 is lewd. Yeah, it's fucking rule 34. And we're lucky. Are you gonna join us in Toothing 8-Bit about being a dog? Are you gonna call her a very, very good girl who deserves head pats and chin scratches and vicious ass fucks until she's until her brain is a scrambled mess? We just start do the anxiety and then proceed to not commission anything. Yeah, I get that. The good thing about 34, shut up. I'm gonna time you out. I saw that. I'm timing you out. Get out of here, you bitch. If you just dropped that in there and I was so close to biting down on my hand. Oh, you're so precious. It's really easy to fluster you. You get caught off guard super easily. I mean, we're pretty good at catching people off guard as well, but you make it so much easier. We're very malleable. It is so nice to be feeling like my old self again. God damn. It was like when I streamed before. Oh my god, fuck off ads. Yeah, when I streamed before and I wasn't feeling like my old self, it felt like I just couldn't tap into my dominance on stream. And it made me feel not so great about it. Like, I felt like I was just playing games when I really wanted to be expressing myself. Why is my being flustered response to bite my hand? I don't know, but it's very cute. It's something you can always press on during work to remember us. Or Null, potentially. Well, if you don't want to injure yourself, you could always have your shark nearby and bite that. The benefits of rarely using Twitch this year. I don't have to deal with that joke all year long. Yeah. Man, modern memes have gotten terrible. Like, they were getting really good for a while when everybody was going insane in the beginning of COVID. They got super surrealist. And now they're just complete brain rot. Just absolutely nothing redeeming about them. I'm a little bitch who doesn't bite down hard enough for that yet. Wait, what joke? The 6-7 thing. Quote unquote joke. Deserve timeout, honestly. I find it funny how everyone hates that joke, like, without fail, but people are still doing it. The dog's still barking. From what I can tell right now. Give my ears a rest. Neb got nuked from orbit for Yeah, we've been sorting through so much shit over the past few weeks. Now that we have the energy for it, we can just keep doing it. Instead of, you know, doing it once and then being wiped out for 4 or 5 days. It's like sorting through one thing for one person. It's like, man, being in a like sharing a head with a bunch of people you really care about is great in a lot of ways, but in some other ways it's pretty brutal. The first is that everybody has their own psychological problems. We all gotta sort through it individually. Now that's worthwhile military spending. I'd like to continue doing the vintage story game on stream. We'll try not to do it off stream. We may need to reduce the no, the render distance is reduced to 64 blocks already. It's a little bit crazy, even right now. But I don't think there's any way we can squeeze more performance out of it. I think the best thing to do would just be to make sure we're taking it, like, giving our computer a break. Like, say every hour we quit out. Maybe a bit. Yeah, I'd say every hour, so that it doesn't whir to the point where it shuts down. Computer's kind of cooked. Yeah, I would. If anyone wants to buy us a new computer, we would fucking really appreciate it. We would appreciate it so much we'd bully you sexually for the next year. Potentially. I don't know what I'd say to getting, like, what we would do if someone just gave us a fucking computer. Probably cry. I don't doubt we'd cry over something like that. We do that either way. Well, potentially. It's more of a, like, desire thing. Like, we bully you sexually a whole bunch because you're really fun to bully. Ask me next month, I'll know my finances by then. Well, we'll keep that in mind. It would be great to just have a computer that would be able to stream, like, most things. Because most of the things we play are not, like, high requirement things. And I'm gonna be frank, modern games are kind of shit. Like, apart from indie games, a lot of indie games are still quite good, but AAA games are just unappealing in the extreme. Expedition 33 looks like it's good, but we can play that on Primal's computer. at some point. We'd like to play Baldur's Gate 3 as well, but most stuff is just so fucking bland looking. I'd probably drop the cash, but I also want to wait till I know how the business and me moving out is going to affect my wallet. You really should, like, make sure you're okay first, please. Which is the soot from Neb's atomization out of 8-Bit's hair. We gotta keep the cocoa clean. I only timed him out for 10 seconds. Hey, 3 still a little Baldur's Gate 3. We tried, and our computer crashed in the menu, so man, we can't do that multiple times in the menu. Thank you for the brushies. No bad memers. If we're gonna be streaming more consistently, then I mean we can like we uninstalled RuneScape because it was chewing through our time and it's you know, blanking out our brain and stuff. It's basically like idle game sort of feelings. If we're streaming it, that's a bit different. We just have to make sure not to play it a whole bunch, not on stream. We'd like to get back into it. Like we've been playing an account that's really fun. It's just, man, I really don't want to be sucked into that when we have our energy returning. It's better to just be antsy and then do something with the antsiness rather than immediately zoning into something mindless. When before it was like a survival mechanism. It's like we were zoning into mindless things because if we spent all day laying in bed, we would go fucking insane. It's so nice to not have to constantly gauge things on an, like, is this worth the energy? Because, man, it is really bad for your mental health. It is really bad for your mental health to constantly compare the worth of things, even in the best of circumstances. But when you're comparing the worth of hanging out with someone you love versus going to the fucking grocery store to pick up food because you're starving, that's real bad for your mental health. So yeah, I'm glad that's fixed, or seemingly fixed. It's, the stuff with our psoriasis, like us trying to fix our psoriasis hasn't been... It seems like it's working to an extent, but then reverting. I'm not sure what's up with that. Thank fuck that hasn't happened with the chronic fatigue syndrome. Like, it worked immediately and it's only gotten better. We're a little bit scared of getting sick now, but I mean, if it just works like that, if we can just straight up tell our body to go out of sick mode, which it seems like we can, then we probably don't have to worry about getting sick. I don't think it's gonna worsen us too badly. And even if it does, we can switch it back. Thank fuck for all the brain work we've done. It's crazy the sorts of shit we can do now. And now that we've got energy that isn't heavily capped, and really fickle, then I mean, we can pick and choose a lot of things we can do. Like, we want to do a whole lot of things, like brain work and going outside and stuff, and we've started to do the shit now because we just have the opportunity now. It still feels like a learned helplessness, like we have to unlearn the helplessness, but it's something that'll come with time and the normal brain work we do anyways. We're getting out of it. Feels like we're climbing out of the pit. Our muscles are atrophied, but we're fucking doing it. And I have a real problem with adopting random chatters as children, pets, or siblings. You're the crazy cat lady of the chat, or the crazy animal in general lady. I'm just, when I said lady, I imagined Lily from Fallout New Vegas. I feel like that's the sort of lady you would be. Is Lily from New Vegas a kindred spirit to you? Worst problems to have, yeah. You could be Neb. That'd be a lot worse. Add in 4 minutes thinking whether I want to leave or not. I kind of want to keep streaming, but at the same time, I think I am running out of steam. Okay, I'm gonna snooze the ad. I'll leave shortly. Maybe I should just play Fallout sometime. I have New Vegas 4 and I just never got past a couple hours in either. New Vegas is great. It's just a pain in the ass to get working sometimes. A lot of the times. It's definitely the crashiest of the Fallouts. Or the Bethesda games in general. Fucking ads. You know what? I'm just gonna turn that off for now. Maybe I just need shocker motivation. Hey, you gonna continue Dark Souls, by the way? Because I have a feeling Mori will have a lot of fun shocking you on stream and teasing you and head patting you for, killing bosses and stuff. Condition you into loving Dark Souls. That's the most fucking femboy coded thing that exists. Fucking pet play conditioning into loving Dark Souls. Probably not gonna be streaming for a hot minute because busy as fuck. Fair enough. Good stretch. I wonder when we'll do the next stream. Now that we're thinking more like, I feel like a lot of our what we were doing before, where we would get really excited about the streaming, was kind of a flailing against the inevitable thing. You know what I mean? Like, we just really wanted to do it, and our want was expressing itself in a way that just didn't work, unfortunately. We weren't tempering ourselves very well. Ourselves. I could set up a clicker redeem when I do, though. I got sounds working properly kind of recently. Well, you'd have to be clicker trained first. We have a clicker that we could use. We could get you on call or something and then use that. So I was gonna try to clicker train Raz, but not quite the same as pet play, though. More like a click is associated with me brutalizing her. I also want to make a put on the shocker redeem to make me put on the shocker for non-shocker centric redeems. You're working on it. You're working on getting clicker trained. Is that what some of your hypnosis is? Hypno tracks are being. Man, I wonder. Like, see, now that I'm thinking that we're kind of, we're a lot less limited on the. Yes. Oh my God. You train yourself. You're the best. You're the best sort of pet. You're training yourself. um. So yeah, now that we have so much more energy and we're not having the crashes and stuff, it feels a lot easier to think about the potential of like turning this into a job again. Like obviously it's pretty early on, so I don't want to do the same thing we've done over and over and just like get our hopes up and then realize we have no fucking energy to do what we want to do. But I should at least think about it. Shit, I might not have saved that one, actually. I gotta collect some more clicker videos. New Vegas is a fantastic game. You just have to mod it so you can run properly because it was super glued together with hopes and dreams and it hasn't been maintained, and the settlement system and the robots are the only things I like in Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is fun gameplay-wise, I'd say. The settlements are just ham-fisted. Like, I hate that they force you to do it. They shouldn't force you to do that. It should be a side system. The settlement system is great when it's modded to shit. The role-playing is non-existent. So that's something Eris has talked about plenty of times, where she like her dad at some point said that Fallout was being taken over by Bethesda, and she immediately groaned and said, "Oh great, they're gonna remove the humor." This was when she was like 14 or 15, I think. When did Fallout 3 come out? Fallout 3 release date. October 28th, 2008. That would have been 18 years ago. So that would be 16. I was pretty on the money. Okay, I'm gonna head off now. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. Actually, no, I don't think I feel like raiding. It's a social thing that I haven't thought about. I'll think about that later. Okay, I'm gonna head off. I hope everyone's enjoyed. It's been very fun and cathartic, and talking about this brain shit helps me sort through it. So thank you for listening. And 8-Bit, thank you for being a precious, adorable little pup. And Noel, thank you for reinforcing that. So we can do more funny things to her. Okay, here's the Discord if anyone's interested and hasn't already joined. And we will be back, I don't know, probably in a few days. Maybe a stream before the trip. Which should be on Sunday. Okay. Bye bye everyone. Ta-ta. Bye bye. Pat 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 pat.